Since the Wright brothers' historic liftoff, human intrigue with flight has soared, leading to a plethora of innovative aircraft designs serving diverse purposes. As aviation technology evolved, creating more adept planes, the concept of an aircraft capable of hovering captured the imagination. The ability to ascend vertically could render lengthy runways obsolete, a blessing for constrained environments and a strategic advantage in military operations. Enter the advent of the helicopter, a machine that has proven invaluable worldwide for numerous applications. Helicopters, with their unmatched adaptability, are however notorious for their maintenance complexities and the skill required to pilot them. Their design, which allows for stationary flight, also introduces a degree of inherent instability. The ideal solution would be an affordable, user-friendly aircraft, one that could emulate a helicopter's low-speed precision without its drawbacks. In the early 1970s, requirements were set for an aircraft capable of superior handling at low speeds and the ability to cruise at a markedly slow pace. In 1974, a company, Edgley Aircraft Limited, formed by John Edgley, who, with a small team, designed and built the original prototype of the Optica. Despite its seemingly contemporary design, it embarked on its maiden flight in December 1979. Upon initial observation, the Edgley Optica EA7 presents itself as a sleek, contemporary aircraft, seemingly crafted for contemporary tasks of leisurely-paced surveillance or scenic touring. It bears a resemblance to a plump dragonfly. The helicopter-style cockpit, positioned in front of a ducted-fan engine, offers seating for 3 side-by-side and delivers an impressive 270-degree panoramic view. The design of the aircraft, featuring a dual boom structure, paired rudders and an elevated tailplane, subtly echoes the form of the North American Rockwell OV-10 Bronco. This aircraft maintains a low profile on the ground with its fixed tricycle landing gear. Its remarkably quiet operation, both inside and outside the cockpit, can be attributed to the sizable ducted fan located behind the cabin. This fan is driven by a 260 horsepower Lycoming IO 540 engine, which rotates a fixed-pitch, 5-blade propeller. The designer, John Edgley, who conceived the aircraft in the mid-1970s, was at that time a postgraduate student at the Imperial College of Science and Technology. The aircraft experienced fluctuating levels of interest from both the public and commercial sectors. After a series of intermittent phases of excitement and indifference, it finally attracted significant attention in 2017. This renewed interest came primarily from commercial and government bodies in the intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance sectors, who recognized its potential for specialized roles such as border patrol, wildlife management, and fire-spotting missions. We will come back to that later down the video. The Optica stands out as a flexible aircraft. It can be used for photography, surveillance patrols, traffic reporting, and even powerline inspection. The plane can perform many of a helicopter's work without sacrificing economy and range. It also has some advantages over the chopper. It costs only about a third or less to operate than the cheapest practical helicopter. It has a better range and endurance, and it is smoother to ride, ideal for photography and using sensors. It was a plane ahead of its time, and there are not many models in its class that can rival it in terms of versatility. Its design includes a single-spar monoplane wing, built with stressed skin construction, notable for its unswept and untapered form. The fuselage is constructed from a combination of aluminium alloy and steel tube, ensuring both strength and durability. Intricately designed, the Optica boasts an all-metal cantilever tail unit, with twin fins and rudders mounted on tail booms, complemented by a tailplane and a single elevator. These tail booms are built from an aluminium alloy structure, adding to the aircraft's robustness. The landing gear of the Optica is a fixed tricycle type, with a nose wheel offset to port under the pod and main wheels, situated under the wing at boom attachment points. Powering this innovative aircraft is a Lycoming IO 540 V4A5D flat-6 engine, located at the rear of the fuselage, driving a 5-blade ducted fan. The cockpit, nestled in the nose of the aircraft, offers side-by-side seating for 3, encapsulated within an enclosed space for optimal visibility and comfort. In terms of storage space, the Optica is only a little generous. You can load baggage and specialized observation equipment on the rear side of the plane and in the unrestricted floor area in between the pilot and passenger seats. Dimension-wise, its robust frame measures a length of 8.15 meters, equivalent to the span of 26 feet and 9 inches. Its wings stretch out to a span of 12 meters, 39 feet 4 inches, while it stands at a height of 2.31 meters, 7 feet 7 inches. The craft's skeleton, stripped of all burdens, weighs in at 948 kilograms, 2,090 pounds. Yet it asserts its might with a maximum takeoff weight of 1,315 kilograms, 2,899 pounds. A fuel capacity of 66 US gallons empowers it for extended voyages. In the area of performance, the Optica is no less impressive. It dashes through the skies at a maximum speed of 115 knots. Its cruise speed, a steady loiter at 40% power, is marked at 70 knots, which is not fast by any means, but remember that it's designed for observational purposes. The stall speed is recorded when outboard flaps are up at 58 knots, and it pushes its limit to a never-exceed speed 140 knots. The range it commands is a respectable 570 nautical miles when cruising at 70 knots, with a 45-minute fuel reserve. Endurance is noted at 8 hours at loiter speed, climbing to a service ceiling of 4,275 meters or 14,000 feet, all while ascending at a rate of 4.1 meters per second or 810 feet per minute. Edgley Aircraft debuted this prototype in December 1979, and the inaugural production model took to the skies in August 1984, achieving certification by May 1985. However, 1985 witnessed a tragic incident. A police-operated Optica was involved in a fatal crash caused by pilot error, not a design flaw. This incident unnerved investors and led to John Edgley being ousted from his own company. Subsequently, Optica Industries was established, taking over the Optica facility in December 1985 and recommencing production. In the late 1980s, the Optica, notable for its distinctive appearance, secured a role in the 1989 movie Slipstream, starring Mark Hamill, further cementing its unique place in aviation and popular culture. Although the Optica hasn't featured in any other films since then, at least as of now, it briefly became popular among aerial photographers, serving as an outstanding platform for aviation photography. Tragically, in 1987, a devastating fire, ruled as arson, destroyed the Optica Industries factory and all but one of the aircraft, leading to the dissolution of the company. In the ensuing years, various versions of Optica Industries appeared and disappeared. The history of the Optica aircraft, particularly in the aftermath of 9/11, is indeed a fascinating story of innovation, market shifts, and perseverance in the aviation industry. Following the tragic events of 9/11, there was an increased demand for aircraft capable of performing intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance missions. This demand was driven by the need for more cost-effective and autonomous solutions than those offered by drones or helicopters. The market shift opened up opportunities for the Optica, an aircraft designed for low and slow flight, ideal for such missions. The Optica, with a top speed of 115 knots, a range of 570 nautical miles and a ceiling of 14,000 feet, was not initially marketed as a cutting-edge surveillance craft. However, its capabilities for surveillance, similar to a helicopter but with significantly less noise and lower operational costs, made it an economically attractive option. This combination of low noise, cost efficiency, and robust intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities positioned the Optica as a viable alternative in the market. Despite these advantages, the Optica wasn't mass-produced immediately. By the time it ceased production, 22 Opticas were completed, and a 23rd was in progress but never finished. The aircraft experienced several ownership changes before FLS Aerospace, under Laveau Limited, acquired the rights, including the rights to the Sprint, a 2-seat introductory trainer developed around the same time as the Optica. Laveau had plans to develop both the Optica and the Sprint, envisioning the latter as a military trainer for UK forces. However, when the Sprint was not selected for this role, Laveau decided to terminate both projects. The journey of the Optica and Sprint took another turn in 2007 when they were acquired by John Edgley. He established Aero Elvira Limited with 3 former employees of Edgley Aircraft. This new venture successfully turned an Optica model to operational status with its first return flight on June 3, 2008. John Edgley worked tirelessly to find financial backers. He attended major events like the Farnborough and Paris air shows until 2016, aiming to fully restart its production. In August 2016, Interflight Global, IFG, revealed intentions to evaluate the inactive Optica program, considering the possibility of resuming production. By December 2016, IFG completed its assessment and in June 2017 issued a letter of intent to Aero Elvira, initiating further due diligence and steps to potentially relaunch the Optica aircraft program in the 2018-19 period. IFG's plan involved developing, marketing, and supporting the Optica, while delegating the manufacturing and final assembly to an FAA/EASA Part 23 certified original equipment manufacturer. In concluding the story of the Optica aircraft, it's evident that its journey is a remarkable narrative of innovation, challenges, and adaptability. The Optica, initially designed to bridge the gap between helicopters and conventional aircraft, demonstrated potential in versatility and cost-effectiveness. However, its path was marred by unfortunate events, including a fatal crash, a devastating arson attack, and market volatility. The saga of the Optica offers vital recommendations for future aircraft development. It underscores the importance of designing aircraft that are flexible and adaptable, able to meet changing operational needs and market demands. Emphasizing cost-efficient operation can make a difference, particularly in specialized sectors like surveillance. Furthermore, prioritizing safety and reliability in design and testing is crucial to gain market trust and avoid setbacks. Several lessons can be learned from the Optica's history. The aviation industry is extremely sensitive to market and geopolitical shifts, and manufacturers must be agile in adapting to these changes. The persistence shown in efforts to revive and adapt the Optica underlines the significance of determination in overcoming adversity. In summary, the Optica's story is not just about an aircraft, but a reflection of the broader aviation industry, illustrating the challenges of introducing innovative concepts and the resilience required to navigate industry turbulences. The ongoing attempts to modernize and reintroduce the Optica suggest a belief in its foundational ideas, hinting at a potential future niche in an evolving aviation landscape. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more, and ring that notification bell to stay updated on our latest posts. Thank you for your support.